I'd like to talk about attention. Attention gets a bit of a bad press because when we first hear about attention at school, we're typically told to pay more attention. Attention is something that we might find quite hard. It requires effort, and we're told we have to pay more. Later on, we might be told that we have to give more attention to something. And the truth is that yes, attention does require quite a lot of effort. In fact, more than quite a lot of effort. Attention can be really quite difficult, and when you find that what you've got to do is give it away, either by paying it or by giving it as a gift to somebody else, then it doesn't sound so great. I mean, attention doesn't sound so great, but attention really is all about you. And attention can be easy for some people, and it can be quite difficult. And often the controlling things between attention being easy and difficult are distractions and interest. Distractions and interest often control how well you can attend. But before we go on any further, it's interesting to know what attention actually is. You should look it up really for yourself and find out yourself. But what you'll find is that attention is about concentration, and it's about focus. Concentration and focus is how you can give attention. You still have to give it away, I suppose. Yeah. And attention can be quite easy if you're asked to do it just for a little bit of time. But if you're asked to do it for quite a long time, then it can become quite hard. And it becomes hard because you're not really controlling distractions and interests very well. And unfortunately, I suppose distractions are often outside your control. Distractions can be outside your control. That can be noise, it can be the temperature of the room, it can be smells, odours, it can just be people walking about in the room that you're in, it can be things just going on in the environment, and sometimes distractions are almost anything can distract you, and that is often because you've got no interest in what you're doing. You can be easily distracted because you're not interested. And interests are selective. Attending when you're interested isn't so difficult. If somebody asks you to attend to something that you're really interested in, it's not hard, you just do that anyway, because the other things that you could be doing aren't as interesting as the thing you've been asked to attend to. But when you're asked to attend to things that you don't find interesting, that you don't find fun, then that can be really difficult. If you're asked to attend to a great computer game, which is really, really great fun, then that's no problem. And if you're attending to this fantastic computer game, why would you want to attend to anything else? Just focus on that. And everything else isn't as interesting as that. And that's really your problem. What you need to do is try and become interested in everything. Interest itself and becoming interested is about having curiosity and about wondering about things. Interest is a fantastic thing to have. Becoming interested, well, that is a hard thing to do, I admit. You might say that everybody can't be interested in everything. And indeed, I guess you would say that it's a good excuse. Everybody can't be interested in everything. Or you might say, well, in fact, I'm interested in this, and you're talking about that, so that's why I'm not interested. Being interested, becoming interested in things is about having an inquiring mind, about wanting to know more. Some people might remember having a really boring physics teacher, for instance. And indeed, I admit that some people have a talent for making things sound not very interesting. Maybe I've got that talent, who knows? But that doesn't mean that physics isn't interesting. If the physics teacher was boring, that doesn't mean the physics teacher it means the physics teacher was boring, but it doesn't mean that physics is boring. What you need to do is you need to practice inquiring, practice better questions, practice discovery, inquiry, discovery, questions. All those things help you to become interested. And if you can develop an ability to do that and turn that talent on when you're asked to attend more, then you'll learn more. It's as simple as that. But how can you avoid distractions? Well, you can't really avoid all distractions, I admit. I guess, though, when you're playing that really interesting or fantastic computer game, I bet people can come and speak to you and you don't even hear them because you're so absorbed in the computer game, because you're so interested in it. You can be that interested in other things as well, so you can avoid distractions. Some people say that they listen to loud music while they're learning things, listen to really loud music because they enjoy listening to loud music, and therefore if they did exams when loud music was playing, that they would do better. Well, of course, that might be a little bit true, but it really is nonsense. What you really should be doing is avoiding distractions altogether, avoiding as many distractions as you can. And then also by being more interested in things, avoiding distractions, become more interested in things, you will be able to attend to things really well. And sometimes, like it can do when you're playing a computer game, time can just slip away, and instead of being able to attend for a tiny amount of time, all of a sudden you can attend for hours and you didn't even know that the hours have passed because you've practiced. But attention does require effort, and there's other things in life that require effort, like sport. You see great sports stars on telly. There might be a football player or a tennis player or whatever it might be, and they're the top players in the world, the really best. Now, of course those people have a talent. They wouldn't be where they were if they didn't. But that doesn't mean they don't have to practice, they don't have to train, and they don't have to concentrate, and they don't have to focus, and they have to attend. They have to learn how to attend to what they're doing. The very best artists in the world have to focus and concentrate and attend and become better than they are at what they're doing. If you like sport and you've not really got a particular talent for it, if you attend and focus and concentrate and practice, you will always get better at it. If you like art, but you're not very good at it, and say, oh, well, I don't do art because I'm not very good at it. But you will get better at it if you practice and focus and concentrate and attend to it. You might say that biology isn't interesting, but you start doing things like asking questions like, I wonder how many cells there are in my body, how many types of cells have I got? Why do all my cells stay in one place and be me, and why don't they all wander off and have fun on their own? There's lots of things that you could ask, and that could change biology from being something that you don't find interesting to something that you do find interesting. You see, questions are the golden fleece of the human brain. Things aren't boring, they're just things. Things are not boring. It's you who are bored. You're bored by some things and not by others. And it's you who have to do something about that. You can't change the world. What you have to do is change yourself and start having an inquiring mind. Things shouldn't be boring. Things should be interesting. The truth is that attention, being able to focus, concentrate, work hard at things, is what has changed the world. The human race has changed the world beyond all recognition because of its ability to attend, to focus, to concentrate. And you're part of that human race. And you can attend, you can learn more, you can practice, you can improve. What you can do is you can be interested and not bored. You can ask questions, you can practice, you can improve and not be distracted.